Okay, welcome to No Kuni the DS version. There was a fan translation version, and this I got the Japanese game, and then I sold the Japanese game because people were working on the fan translation, and this is the game helper documents for Ni no Kuni, the Japanese fan translation. Yeah, so you see here 2016, I was pretty busy then. Ni no Kuni, this is the my attempt at recreating the Japanese symbols. Main story, index. And in the main story, you proceed through a new game, and then there are quests 1, 2, 3 at your room, and then you get the magic master book, and then a stick, something like that. And here is you have to actually make the draw the on the 3DS or on the DS. You have to draw the runes to cast the spell. So this consists of two things that you have to draw: the omega and the arrow down, and the order matters. So I put in the number and the color. For example, this should go like so, and then so, and then you have a fireball, and then I numbered because level 5 uses the 3-digit number system, and also in the Japanese original, so 4, 5, 6, 7. Here is exit woods. So you just play the game and make notes for the main story. And here is gain entrance to the castle. You have to spring the lock, so you'll make this question mark and then slash down. Then you learn take heart, give heart, vacate, nature's tongue. This complements the master guide or the wizard booklet. Because this follows the story as you progress, and so consider the wizard's manual like these official books from Oblivion and Skyrim. This is how you see how far you are in the game. So cutscene, gate back, switch mighty, and here is side quest, errands and bounties. They are numbered by the game system, so in that case I follow the game system. So it's the things that you find in different guards, vulture hunts, and here some quests are activated by another quest, so you have to complete this 81st and then 81, and then you can do 5. In the order that you play, you just write them down, and then you can play it again in 10 years time or something. The main story continues on, the spells that you learn. There is some kind of like in the PlayStation 3 version, but here is the Persian Noses quest. You have to do 10 things or 9 things for some cat, and here it writes how to solve it. And then you find other spells, pages 23, 38, antidote, ward, cat, seek fortune, vroom vroom, fortune's full, puppet strings, magic lamp. And here is the Mirand. That's same side quests like the Persian nose quest. Do not read. So I'm not going to read it. And also I made, let's follow on this. I made the location. So at a location, then north of and slash a monster exchange, for example, or here at jungle. It's also a location in the DS version in Martin's shop, left wing. So stuff like that. Yeah, so it was a great game, and this version 3, I think. There is Moral Forest, Mount Decaroc. All these things are not in the PlayStation 3 game. This is the previous version of Old Smoky, and let's see what else do we have here. Yeah, lots of things what to do on Old Smoky. There is the Nascan, or Astram in this case. Nascan was the PlayStation for term. It's Astram language. You have to solve riddles using this. There's also a Dream World. It's also missing from the PlayStation 3. And there is a translation guide, so I wrote it out, and here are the solutions. The Dream World has also riddles that you have to solve. I never solved any of the riddles, so I can't really say that I completed the game, but I did did get to the credits, and then at post game is different from the PlayStation 3 version, because the post game you have to climb a tower, and the tower has various conditions to progress, and these are randomized. So you have to own a lot of stuff to have a chance at a post game. Okay, so Taming Summit, Mount Decaroc Summit, the quests, and then main story for Catnap, Bikini Bay Revisits, but first do this. These are extra spells, secret ingredients, charge chests, and you have to, once you drew it correctly, and then the game registers it, and you can just click the button then. But you have to draw it every time, once at least. Del Mocal, also what you have to do there. This was Boa, later it was called Hamelin, I'm not really sure why. There's Ghost Valley, that's also in the PlayStation version. There is Kayan, that is not in the PlayStation version. Haven, also not present in the PlayStation version. What you can do at Haven, there is Iceberg, that does have a PlayStation 3 parallel, and there is a dungeon puzzle that I found complicated, so I wrote it out here. Nagelnacht, that is also in PlayStation. Pirate King, locations, Catnap Kingdom, here is the abbreviations of the locations. The recipes, of course, didn't find all the recipes, but let's see. Alarm clock, alarm claws, emperor scales. Yeah, a lot of these numbered. Well, I didn't. You shouldn't number it. It's alphabetical. So you write down every item that you find and how to craft it or where to buy it. So sold at somewhere, bought at somewhere, buy at somewhere. Steal, steal is buy at CK, and then you can look at Catnap Kingdom. So it's easy to remember if you play the game. It looks daunting, but it isn't. So it's recipes for C, E, F. There are so many things that you can make in the game. So most of the level 5 manuals that I make just have lists of things that you can make, and if I make one, how to make it. So here, for example, for spray flower, I discovered that. For steel armor, I discovered that, etc. And then later I found other stuff that should have been in the manual. And there is the spell index, of course, because this is nice when you go through the game. Everything is new, but once you want to reference it, you make a list of all the spells and then the page where it is, so you can quickly look it up if you need it, because sometimes your character forgets the spell and you have to relearn it. So how do you do that? Well, you can look it up. So extremely useful. Yeah, well, okay, so it's a game for kids. Well, I disagree. I love it myself. Don't focus on the chests, you get them later easier. Same for dungeons. Focus on the progression in the story. It gets interesting after Alma Moon. And here's also the spell index continued. So yeah, it should be a little bit streamlined, but you get an idea of how to make a nice little booklet that fits in DS cage. And the only thing that is missing is the original Japanese No Kuni inlay. And then you would have an exact replica of the digital version, because this game is of course only available in digital form with R4 or an ACE card on a ROM. And level 5 said it was impossible, so the team that built this, they achieved the impossible. Okay, bye.